Hello, Pallavi. Hello. Hello, Pallavi. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, Pallavi. Can you hear me, please? Hello. Yes, Pallavi. Pallavi Deep. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, Pallavi. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, Pallavi.
this is Saurav. I am joined from Pallavi's accounts.
Okay. Yeah. Saurabh from which company, please?
Today, you are instructor, okay, right?
Correct. Hi. Yes. Okay. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Uh,
Saurabh. Yeah.
I mean, I have got this invitation, someone from a person called Manies. Am I joined
Okay.
in the correct group or I'm just confusing myself? I mean, whether I have joined it.
What is your background? Are you interested to learn SAP EWM S4HANA platform?
Wait, let me check.
Hello? 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 Saurabh? Hello? Yes. Hello? Bole Parke sir, how are you? Good evening. Is it audible?
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, yes. How are
How
you?
are you?
Nice.
Yeah, I am good. I am good. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. We will pay you. Actually, I tried to pay in this weekend actually, but not possible. But maybe in next week,
Okay, okay.
possibly.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem. So one more person, I think Srabya Chaba. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi,
Good evening,
Samir.
sir.
How are you?
Yes. Nice, 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 Srabya. How are you?
Yeah, good too.
Okay. Okay, so we can start. Okay. Let us start our session. A few more people will join one by one. So today's session is especially focused on configuration document. What are the customizing steps to be done? It starts from the basis also. Basically, whenever we are having some implementation plan for EWM in S4HANA platform using edition 1909, so we are having some basic health checkup and basic starting configuration to be done by the basis. So as we know that basis will do the initial setting for all the configuration system, especially for SM59 transaction codes where we are defining the logical systems, right? So in the org structures, before the organization structures of EWM, some basic settings for the data communication system to be completed by the admin people. So there he will define the RFC destination using SM59. Then he will define the logical system, dummy logical system, okay? Also assign the logical system to client. So all these steps one by one he will do for initial warm up strategies to be done for S4HANA platform, as we are doing in ECC also. Basis is the starting point for any implementation specific data communication setting, right? So here we can see, so these are the basis specific setting. He can use SL59 transaction for remote function called destination, right? Also he has to use the SALE. SALE basically to enable the ALE, application link enabling object. Also he has to do some RFC destinations determination for method calls, right? What are the sub programs or specific scripts group which are calling the method to call from S4 HANA to EWM and vice versa. Okay, and also we have to define some queues. There are two types of queues, inbound queues, outbound queues. We have to define in the initial steps, one time setting to be done by the basis guys. And also you have to use this basis person has to use SMQ, ACE, SMQR, right? Then SMQE transaction codes. So step we shall see the basis part also. For our just knowledge, we are not supposed to do the basis job because we are basically from SAP EWM functional consultant. So basis they are supposed to do all the setting up to these 14 page numbers. Okay. So all the settings like especially for the logical systems, queue type, control how to do the controlling of the RFQ. So whatever we have to define here as the basis stuff. Then EWM functional consultant will start his or her own job of customizing or configuration setting. Basically, configuration stands for the basis specific setting. Okay, and customizing stands for the customizing expert, a functional EWM consultant is supposed to do the functional specific customizing object settings. It starts from the configure warehouse number, then generating the distribution. Okay, so distribution, how to do the distribution setting, especially for data communication from S4HANA to EWM and vice versa. Distribution model has to be done, especially for the transactional data. We know that in EWM embedded version, there is no need to do the core interface, right? So core interface is not required here, but we need to do the setting for the DM, distribution model, it is called. Then plant specific settings, some plant specific settings are also required. After that, we have to do some material master, basic data setting. Packaging materials, as you know that in EWM, most of the operations are supposed to be done with handling units. For packaging materials, we have to do some packaging material type, packaging material maybe group, for to create the handling unit. So we can do the automatic packing also, as we have seen using the pack spec. So pack spec is the transaction code to create the automatic packaging to have some specific target quantity to be stored in a particular level of the packing material. Followed by the basic settings for integration with especially for this inbound delivery, right? So part involves the inbound delivery specific activities, followed by the warehouse structure. So this is the warehouse structure. Now let us go down to control the warehouse number. What are the control setting for the warehouse number? We have to take care about the inventory management activities. So inventory management activities in EWM is completed by using the concept of line, logistics information, logistics inventory management engine. Okay, LIME stands for logistics inventory management engine. So LIME involves the other business objects like stock type, availability group. Okay. Oh, okay. One person is don't. We shall send recording. No problem. One person has no internet. No, he's talking from France, I think. No problem. Now, basic processes. After that, we have to take care about the ROS processes. ROS processes involves inbound and outbound processes, followed by the advanced setting for ROS processes like handling units, put away control, stock remover control, followed by the international customers and vendors for shipping and receiving, right? So it is applicable for the international customer and vendors. It is integrated to EWM with respect to other basic models like you can say yard management, yard logistics, or specific to the TM, transportation management, and so on. Okay. Followed by the physical inventory. So physical inventory, we have to do some specific customizing setting, customizing nodes activity like define physical inventory area, assign physical inventory area to activity area. And this activity area is based on this particular activities we are doing in warehouse. In warehouse, we are doing different activities like GI, goods issue, goods received, followed by put away, picking, followed by any physical inventory count, or followed by any specific replenishment process. So these are the specific activities. So based on the activities, we are having the activities areas like INV. INV is for the inventory management, specific for physical inventory. Then followed by the one activity area, maybe GR entry or GI at the shipping location. Followed by we have to define some reasons for physical inventory. Every physical inventory must have some reasons, followed by some standard reasons for each physical inventory procedure. We have got different physical inventory procedures. Okay, we have already seen. Then we have to do some specific or house specific physical inventory process, followed by some tolerance group. Basically, tolerance group defines the differential analyzers activity for the specific user, specific authorization control. So authorization control for the users, any user, how much do the uh, write in or write off of the differences occurred during the physical inventory count, followed by tolerance group for the posting differences, especially for the user. So user have different groups. Let us suppose that during the physical inventory count, we have got users like some warehouse clerk as user, followed by warehouse manager, followed by maybe supply chain manager, or preceded by warehouse supervisor. So this type of user group we can do, and depending of the user groups, we have the authorization control for write off or writing of the differences with respect to the S4HANA inventory control, and we have to make the tolerance groups maybe 100%, 80%. Okay, this also we have the tolerance group setting for recounting. Then we are going to mobile data entry. Mobile data entry system is basically applicable for the radio frequency handheld devices as well as radio frequency specific auto ID infrastructure systems, followed by also we are doing these radio frequency activities using the different codes EN 128, or nowadays some people are also using QR code. Okay, then we have got some verification profile and ORO's specific verification determination, and which is most important is the resource management. So resources are very much required for the RF devices. Okay, so resources are very much essential for RF devices to take care about these particular radio frequency activities. Also, we need to define the queue. So queue is a particular pipeline, imaginary pipeline contains the uh, sequence of the tasks to be completed by different activity group, right? Maybe different user groups, right? Or resources. So you have got different resources like forklift or conveyors or automatic guided vehicles or crane, lift, elevators. Also, we have got manual as users. Okay. So first of all, we can see the setting to be done by SM59 transaction codes. So as a responsible functional consultant for EWM platform, we are not supposed to do this particular setting, but we should know SM59. I think people know SM59 activities. So this is the particular activity. We can go SM59 through easy access screen also. So I can show, or you can write SM59 directly, whatever it is possible. It is better to go the particular menu path related nodes and subnodes to realize the SM59 transaction area. Okay. So people who worked in SAP, some people is, I think, working here. Demo. Okay. Now we can go to tools, administration network, tools, administration, network, SM59 RFC destination, right? So this is the most important transaction codes for data communication initialization, right? How to initial the, so we do not have this transaction codes authorization because people have changed it, but we can see SM50, we know the SM59 transactions because here many people have changed this SM59 setting, so that's why it has stopped in this. But we can see the screenshot. This is screenshot taken from the system only, RFC destination, connection type. Also, we have to define the logical system. So how to define the logical systems? So here also we have, let us see the logical system. The transaction code is SALE, 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 cell. Okay, so this is the logical systems. Definition is SAP NetWeaver application server IDOC interface. IDOC insert interface. Basic setting logical systems. Yes. Define logical system, logical systems. Assign logical system to the clients. I think this is the initial thing. We know it. So this is the particular logical systems already defined. S4HANA EWM. So these are the logical systems required for our development client. Okay, basically this is the development client specific system. Now we have to assign this logical system to the client, maybe 400. Okay, so 400 is the client. You are not authorized because people are changing it. That's why it was not. But I can show you the corresponding screenshot here because this system was open to all previously and people have played game just changing. But so this is the define logical system, right? After defining logical system, this is the details of the logical system definition, right? Also we have to see the basis related activities, just to have overall knowledge that IDOC determination application link, how to determine the RFC applications for calling the methods. Method is a subprogram to transfer the a block of data from one address to the another address. Okay, maybe from one location of the another location within a particular program. Okay, LUW they are calling, logical unit of work. Okay, so this is the logical system specific, and we have to determine the RFC destination. So this is the RFC destination call. So this setting is especially for BAPI. BAPI is basically FM enabled, RFC enabled FM. Okay, BAPI stands for Business Application Programmable Interface, and by definition it is called RFC enabled function module, remote function call enabled function module. So it is used to transfer the data from SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP both. So RFC call is enabled with this function module. We have to define some queues also. Okay, inbound queues are the most important queues for EWM perspective. So these are the specific needs to be done by basis people. We are just having. Okay. Yeah, we shall share. Yeah. We shall share. I think I have shared previously. So it is here, no problem. Yeah. I have shared previously, so it is here, no problem. We shall share this. And then we have to do the specific setting for queue out scheduler for all the queues. Okay. Yeah, welcome. All the queues like inbound queues and outbound queues. So queue outbound are very important here. Queue basically it is a pipeline containing the messages to be transferred, information to be transferred based on the schedulers. Like if there is any inbound queues means the messages which are coming from EWM platform to S4HANA. Okay, it is the inbound. And outbound, which is coming out from S4HANA platform. So queue is a pipeline which contains the block of messages for communication system. Okay. Queue is a pipeline, you can say. This queue is also used in RF, radio frequency communication system. So whenever there is a communication system, we are having queue. Okay, so this communication system is applicable for the EWM perspectives communication for inbound and outbound operations, transactional data specific, not for master data. For master data, we do not need any core interface setting here. Okay, for transactional data, we need some setting for it is called distribution model. Okay, DM. So that's why we need to define all the inbound and outbound queues to validate, to check all the queues, maybe successful queues, what are the erroneous queues, what are the warning queues. Okay, so there are three types of messages, we know that. It is called error, EWI, error, warning, and information. So these are the three types of queues are available in SAP. It is the standard thing, we know that. Okay, followed by scheduler SMQS. Okay, so scheduler, it is a particular program which is scheduling this particular outbound queue, right? Outbound queue, and then path RFCDs, followed by some specific activities. Yeah, SMQR also there. Now we have to define some business system. So the business system will be defined by our basis team. So up to page number 12, basis team will do all these activities for logical system definition of queues, inbound queue, outbound queue. Okay. Also, we have to do some registering of the some display of the program application logs, like errors, especially SMQE. Okay, queue for errors, followed by specific activities for what are the event functions applicable for these errors. Okay, how to categorize. Now our main job will start from page number 13 here, warehouse related organization data. So this is the page where a responsible functional consultant will work here. Okay, like he has to define the warehouse number. Okay, so here you can see the customizing specific warehouse number. So we can go SPRO, transaction code, right? So SPRO, everybody knows it, followed by SCM, followed by EWM, master data, followed by warehouse number, right? So here our standard warehouse number is KIPL. We can see other warehouse number also, but this is the standard warehouse number. So our expert has already defined this warehouse number, KIPL. Okay, Karthik Industries Private Limited. Now, splitting of the delivery. So we have to define the delivery can be splitted maybe inbound or outbound delivery with respect to the dummy warehouse, right? So already dummy warehouse is there, and we have to define this dummy warehouse communication system with respect to the dummy warehouse number is the warehouse number which is defined for S4HANA. It is a 3-digit warehouse number for data communication system with respect to the original warehouse number of EWM, right? So for this, we need to go to logistics execution, shipping. So here we need to go to logistics execution, shipping, deliveries. What will be the deliveries split, defining split criteria for deliveries? Okay, after 10 minutes it will be off again. Off. Wait for 5 minutes and then rejoin the same link, right? I shall use. Then split criteria, then delivery split by ROS number. So delivery split by ROS number is the most important thing. Also, you can do the splitting by delivery type. So we can see EL is the inbound delivery type. It is splitting, right? Second is the LF is the outbound delivery type, standard. And others we can use also DIG, especially for inbound delivery goods movements, maybe for consignment, or DOG maybe for outbound delivery goods movements, especially maybe for subcontracting. Okay, but the standard inbound and outbound is the EL and LF. We know that. So we have to do the tick mark for delivery type. Most important is the split by ROS number, which is the most important thing. So I think our ROS number 3-digit is the KPL. Yes, you have a tick mark split. That is, delivery can be splitted by the ROS number. Means one delivery can be splitted into n number of sub deliveries. So it will be decided here and the initial phase. Okay, so delivery can be splitted to do the load distribution, right? And followed by the particular ROS EWM parameters, which is also very much important for the data communication system from EWM ROS number to the S4 HANA dummy ROS number. So I'm always telling dummy ROS number. Why? Because this dummy ROS number is required to do the seamless data communication from S4 HANA to EWM and vice versa. Otherwise, we cannot do data communication system, right? So here logistics execution or EWM integration. So basic setting of connectivity, right? Configure EWM specific parameters. Yes, here we need to check. So our specific KPL, this is the KPL we have done. Here we have to do external ROS, it should be EWM, right? It should not be decentralized WM. It is different. Here distribution mode should be distributed immediately at document creation, right? UD, it is for quality inspection. We can do the UD also. Batch determination EWM, we can do the batch determination EWM media. GR from EWM, we can do the GR from EWM, of course. Then communication, it is queued. Queued means one by one in serial numbering. Asynchronous RFC. So always you know that asynchronous RFC is the huge data communication can be enabled. Asynchronous means at a time. Okay, huge data communication for especially for inbound and outbound delivery operation. Then we can change the delivery, right? We can change the delivery in EWM platform. Also, we can do the serial number decentralized EWM. So serial numbering also can be enabled here. So this is the matrix table. Here we can see this is the combination and permutation for this particular S4HANA ROS number, which is connecting the initial phase for controlling different parameters, different controls at different levels, like EWM external, what will be the distribution of data model, what will be the usage decision. Usage decision means in quality management, UD, usage decision, followed by the batch determination, okay, followed by the GR from EWM, followed by the communication should be queued and serially assigned, asynchronous, followed by the delivery change, okay, followed by the serial number. So there are different, about 7 fields are available here for making the controls. So like let us suppose that for this warehouse, he has not enabled this UD, batch determination, GR, okay? This they have not enabled. Like second one, KU, he has not enabled UD. It is not applicable for quality inspection related activities, right? So you have to define here based on the business requirement in a cool mind, right? So this is the setting we need to do consequently. But these are the standard setting already given by SAP. So that's why this system is very beautiful system. It is called predefined and pre-configured rapid deployment solution. Okay. Now we have to assign some ROS number to particular S4HANA and EWM platform. Both have the ROS number. How to assign them each other, right? So we need to go to last of this configuration customizing menu, integration with other SAP component, EWM, right? SAP component EWM, assign RS number to RS number decentralized. This one. Here we can see KPL. So this RS number is assigned to the EWM RS number, KIPL. Okay. So we have to assign here. Otherwise, data communication won't happen. This is a source ROS number. This is a target ROS number. Source ROS number, basically it is a dummy ROS number. And target ROS number, it is the original ROS number of EWM platform. Okay. We have to define here. Followed by generating the distribution model. Okay, it is also very important, especially for the inbound and outbound transactional data. Now, extended as a basic set of connectivity. In logistics execution system, extended arrow system. Now, we have to go to basic setup of connectivity, logistics execution system. Logistics execution system, EWM, basic setup of connectivity. Generate distribution model. Third. So this is the distribution model. We need to enter the values here. That is the EWM for dummy ROS number. What will be the logical system of EWM? Then distribution model view, all, create execution, then execute. Like KPL, followed by the logical system. EWM VIP. This should be the. Let us see what will be the model view. Let us see the entries. Yeah. So this is the model view we have got. So if we have got some specific, some technical knowledge, you can see this is the model view. This is the sender, this is the receiver. Okay. These are the sender, receiver. This is the WRS number. This is the method. Okay. Method means these are the specific function module.